Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today in this video I'm going to check the Diatone Rabbit 249 Plus Micro Brushless HD Quadcopter. In this review I'm going to quickly go over its features, then set it up using Diatone's recommended settings and head outdoors and test it out. Now by the way, pretty much like every quadcopter from Diatone, this is a plug and play quadcopter, which means that it doesn't come with a radio receiver. However, I've already mounted an FrSky RXSR receiver on the back, and the connector for the RXSR is already pre-soldered to the flight controller, and the flight controller is configured to use it. In terms of components, this quadcopter is using the RunCam TX200U VTX. It supports 48 channels, features smart audio, and has a selectable output strength of 25 and 200 mW. The motors are the Mamba F405 5500 kV motors. They can handle Lipo batteries between 2 to 4S. The ESC and the flight controller is the Mamba Mini Stack, so on the bottom we can find a 4-in-1 25A BLLES ESC, and on top of it an F4 flight controller. The wheelbase of the quadcopter is 150mm. It supports 2.5-inch propellers without the propeller guards and 2-inch propellers if you're going to use them. And finally, since this is the HD version, on the center you can find the RunCam Split Mini 2, and the standard version is using the RunCam Micro Swift. Inside the box, along with the quadcopter, you're getting the connectors diagram, some stickers, zip ties, an XT30 male connector, and a buzzer, so if you'd like, you can simply plug it in using this connector. Plenty of extra screws, including screws for the propellers, an extra connector for the ESC and the flight controller, stickers for securing the batteries, and one is missing because I've already placed it on the bottom of the quadcopter. 4 propeller guards, which are made out of the same flexible material that the Diatone R249 frame is using. Jamfan 2540 and 1940 props, so these even 2.5-inch propellers are not included, and I only used them when I tested this quadcopter. And finally, 2 battery Velcro straps, and even though these are not the cheap ones, their quality is still not so great, and I've already destroyed one of them, so I highly advise you to use the RJX battery Velcro straps, and in case you still haven't tried them, I recommend you to give them a try, because in my experience, these are the best battery Velcro straps out there. The weight of the quadcopter is 94.2 grams, including the FrSky RXSR receiver, the protectors for the antennas, and also the Emax Even Rush 2.5-inch propellers, which are heavier than the Jamfan propellers. For a 2.5-inch quadcopter, this weight is actually not bad at all, so if we compare it to the Gepard C Phoenix that weighs 93.4 grams, it's quite okay, but for a 2-inch quadcopter, if you're going to use the propeller guards, it's going to be a little bit on the heavy side. The R249 Plus is using a unibody bottom plate. Its thickness is 3mm. The wheelbase of the frame is about 11.5 centimeters. The distance between the back motors and the front ones is about 7 centimeters, and the distance between the right motors and the left ones is about 9 centimeters. These proportions are going to help to get the propellers out of the view, as you're about to see in the following flight footage. On the front of the quadcopter, under the plastic canopy and the camera, you can find 2 rubber O-rings that should reduce the vibrations of the quadcopter, and these were added only on the second revised version, since there were lots of complaints about jello in the flight footage. As you're about to see, the jello was still present, maybe not as bad as before soft mounting the camera, but anyway, in my experience, it's very hard to get jello-free footage using these small frames, and for example, I just moved the RunCam Split Mini 2 into this 5-inch frame, and the jello was totally eliminated. The next thing I'm going to do is to go over Betaflight configuration using the recommended settings by Diatone, and then I'm going to head outdoors and test it out using 2, 3, and 4S Lipo batteries. I hope you will enjoy the rest of this video, and I will see you in the end of it in order to give you my conclusion. So overall, even though the jello was noticeable on the HD flight footage, I still had plenty of fun with the R249 Plus, and I especially enjoyed flying it using the 3 and 4S Lipo batteries. If you want to get some fast action, I recommend to try it with this 550 mAh 4S Lipo battery from G&B, since it performed very well and also the flight time was close to 3.5 minutes, which is a pretty good result considering the fact that I did push the throttle. In terms of durability, even though I crashed it only once, I can tell you that it looks like a pretty durable quadcopter. However, I do think that Diatone should extend the protection for the camera, because as you can see, it's not fully protected, and I think that if they can extend these plastic parts just a little bit, so it's not going to get into the flight footage but still going to protect the camera lens, it would have been a better design. In addition, I recommend to add 2 rubber O-rings on the sides of the camera in order to reduce the jello. Finally, in my opinion, the biggest downside of this quadcopter is actually its VTX. Maybe it's just my unit, or maybe not, but anyway, I recommend to Diatone to use a better one, such as the SpeeDB TX200 or the new TBS Nano VTX, which in my test performed very well. In my experience, if you'd like to get the most in terms of performance out of this quadcopter, you should try it with the Rush 2.5-inch propellers. But anyway, I recommend that you should experiment and try it with different propellers and see which ones works best for you. As always, I thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it and you find it useful. If you have any questions about the Diatone R249 Plus, feel free to ask them in the comment section down below. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the notification bell if you're not already subscribed. See you in my next videos and goodbye.